What's up, everybody? I'm the Entertainist and welcome back. I'm going to talk about Birds of Prey, and Birds of Prey was directed by Kathy Yan and stars Margot Robbie reprising her role as Harley Quinn. This movie takes place after Suicide Squad and starts off with Harley Quinn and the Joker breaking up, although he's not in it. Jared Leto's not in this movie, but he is referenced a lot. And it is showing how she can become her own and kind of just like set a name for herself without being the Joker's partner in crime. And since she was so in love with the Joker, she's trying to figure out how to get over this relationship. So I like that this movie didn't just say, fuck Jared Leto, fuck the Suicide Squad Joker, we're just going to pretend like he didn't exist at all. No, it actually kind of, him not being the Joker anymore kind of plays a part in the story, which I liked. They didn't go lazy about it. And to start off, yeah, this is not a Birds of Prey movie. I'm not too familiar on the comics, to be honest, with Birds of Prey, but it's really not focused on them at all. This is a Harley Quinn movie, and I don't know why they just call the movie Harley Quinn. It's barely even a Birds of Prey sequel. Like, you know, I'm not going to spoil this movie, but I will let you know that the Birds of Prey don't really, especially don't team up till the end. And it just kind of shows snippets of each bird here and there. Like, you know, it's all revolved around Harley Quinn. But honestly, the movie is very entertaining. Harley Quinn carries this movie, and she is hilarious. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is perfect casting. She is definitely so involved in the character and has just completely lost who she is and is Harley Quinn in this. Just completely embodied this character, which I love. And Margot Robbie was the best part of Suicide Squad. I'm not a fan of Suicide Squad personally. I don't know if I haven't mentioned that on this channel, but I was super hyped for that movie and was very disappointed. So this movie, I thought, sort of made up for that. I had a lot more fun with this than I did with Suicide Squad. I thought it was very entertaining. The action sequences are amazing, well shot, they're very fun. It's a very funny movie, and I think the comedy works every time it's used. It's not overpowering what's going on in a dramatic scene. And there isn't too many dramatic parts except with Rosie Perez's character, I forgot her name. She's the cop. So yes, I had fun with this movie. I found it very entertaining. It kept my attention. The parts that pulled me out a bit was that it was very plot driven and you couldn't really get into the characters of the Birds of Prey, Huntress and Black Canary, and I'm just going to call her Rosie Perez, that's how I know her as. I don't know, I'm sorry about that, I don't know the character's name. Like I said, I'm not familiar with these comics, so I'm not too huge on this, but we don't get enough characterization out of them. It really is just focused on Harley Quinn, and we don't get any type of character development or build-up for that matter, so that kind of pulled me out a bit. This movie is a little choppy, and that's because it is all in Harley Quinn's perspective, so you're literally in her mind in this movie. So she'll be telling you a story, she narrates it too. When she's not in scenes, she narrates the hell out of it, and she'll be telling you a little story about something that happened, and then when it gets into the middle of that story, the climactic part, she's like, hold on, wait a minute, in order to tell this story, I need to back up a few days to tell you why we got to this point. And it spends like 15 minutes on that point to where you forgot where you even left off in the one section she was talking about. Kind of like Tarantino style, in my opinion. Did it work? Sure, but it did feel like it was ripping off Tarantino a little bit. One of my biggest negatives with this movie, and I was honestly very excited for this part, once again let down, not as bad with Jared Leto, but Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. I don't know too much about the Black Mask character. I did look into him a little bit before I saw this movie, and I'm like, oh, he seems like he's going to be a very intense guy. He is. I enjoyed him at first, what he was doing. He's cutting people's faces off, and he is humorous. There were some moments with Black Mask I enjoyed. And I love Ewan McGregor. I think he's a fantastic actor. I thought he was amazing in Dr. Sleep, and he obviously perfect as Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I thought he was not that great in this. I thought it fell flat a little bit, and it was just way too over the top. And I mean, part of it, yeah, is how he is in the movie as Black Mask, but I think a lot of it also has to do with how Black Mask was written. He just didn't feel that intimidating, although what he does, and he hangs out with Victor Zsasz a lot, who another character I just didn't care for. And obviously they're the villains, we're not supposed to like them, and we're not supposed to root for them, but they weren't interesting enough. He gets a diamond stolen from him and just wants it back and will kill Harley Quinn, like whatever it takes, because the Joker's not around and he hates her. And there's just not enough character development in this movie. And not with Black Mask, and I just don't like how over the top he was in this. There were some humorous parts with him though here and there, I will say that. But the movie looks beautiful, it is shot beautifully with all the action sequences and the color palette used for this. I loved it. Great cinematography, of course. I think one of the best cinematographies for a DC movie. But at the same time, I know this movie's getting a big bad rep. It's like the worst DCEU movie at the box office that like got the biggest flop. But honestly, this isn't my least favorite DCEU movie. I think it's way better than Suicide Squad. That was a plus for me, and I felt that within the first 10 minutes of the movie. No, it's not my favorite, but I could rewatch this again. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with it. So I don't hate this movie as much as everyone else does. So overall, my biggest pluses about the movie is how great Harley Quinn is and how Margot Robbie plays her, and I think it's fantastic, and how the movie is shot and how it looks and the humor. My flaws with it, Black Mask, no character development with anyone. It's not really about the birds of prey, and the narrative is just pretty choppy and feels like it's ripping off Tarantino. Not even like inspired, it really just feels like it's ripping off Tarantino. I'm gonna go ahead and give Birds of Prey 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of Birds of Prey in the comments below. If you thought it was great, if you thought it wasn't, what you're looking forward to in the DCEU. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.